Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. What are we doing here? It is Functional Friday. I am Blake Martin, and Functional Fridays are all about doing movements that are useful in all kinds of parts of life, but also developing movement patterning that is helpful for other parts of life. So we're going to get right to it. We're going to do some quadrupedal movement today and some balancing in quadrupedal moves. And we're going to do a bit of a progression towards more advanced balancing on all fours. It's going to involve a lot of muscles that are close to the core that are responsible for controlling your skeleton. And we're going to be focusing on this difference between the independent movement of the limbs and the torso. So let's get right to it. Let's move out into space. And we're just going to come on to hands and knees, just a quadrupedal stance. And let's just we're going to stir the whole thing around. So just make circles, quadrupedal circles, and try and make them a little bigger each time. A little bigger. And come back in, smaller, 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 smaller. Other direction. Circles, quadrupedal circles. So we're just warming up all these muscles that are close to the core, that are close to the joints, that are responsible for this movement. Getting bigger, 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 smaller, smaller, tight, really tight little circles. Okay. Now a little bit of cat and cow. Just your belly sinks through, back comes up. Belly sinks through, back comes up. All right, so just take a look for a second. I'll show you what we're going to do. The very first thing you're going to do is, I don't know if you can see this, but what I'm doing here, what I'm doing is I'm rotating my elbow, right? So my fingers are pointing forward, and now I'm just going to take my elbow and I'm going to point it toward the back of my body. So just do that, just outward rotation of your elbow. So that's the first thing. First thing is just kind of take your elbows, rotate them toward the back of your body. Now rotate them towards the side of your body. Toward the back of your body, towards the side. So we're just moving them back and forth. We're just practicing this is the movement of the humerus, of this bone here. And my elbow is kind of going inward and outward. And we're doing both at the same time. All right. Now, so rotate your elbows outward and tuck your toes under. Your toes will be curled under. Right. And what I want you to do is opposite knee and hand off the floor. Opposite knee and hand off the floor. Right? So we're going to do that. Left hand, right knee off the floor. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, right hand, left knee off the floor. Your toes are curled under, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, for that, you're lifting your toes, your opposite hand and toes off the floor, but this knee is going to lift as well. Okay? So let's go back. Let's do 5 more of those. So the whole limb comes off the floor. Left hand, right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, beautiful. And coming back to the other hand. Left foot and right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So if you're successful in these, we're going to try one more advanced thing. And this is kind of challenging. This is where the challenge really begins. So as you did before, you're going to lift up that hand and foot. Just watch for a second. And you're going to turn and lift your foot through. And then you're going to come back and place it down. Place everything down in a good quadrupedal stance. So let's try that together. Lift opposite hand and foot. Bring your foot through. Extend the leg. Extend the arm back. And come back through. Place everything on the floor. Let's do that opposite leg and hand. So opposite leg and hand come off the floor. Bring the foot through. Good control. Open the arm right out. And then come back through. And bring everything down. Again, it's important that the eye of the elbow is pointing toward your finger. Okay? The eye of your elbow is pointed towards your other elbow. That's not good. It won't give you the place of stability from the shoulder. So again, first arm and leg. In good control. Everything balanced. Come back down. Eye of the elbow pointing forward. It's the eye of the elbow. It's the elbow. Is eye. And all the way back. And out. All right. And let's do one more each side. Good control. And try to do this smoothly. All right. Next part of the progression. We're going to lift opposite arm and elbow out. We're going to reach them out and away from each other in a star. And then kick them through. Come back into the star. Down. Opposite arm. So let's do that together. Star. Reach out. Long diagonal. Kick through. Back to long star. Diagonal. And down. Opposite arm and leg. Long diagonal. Kick through. Come back to star. And down. Now really make sure that you're rotating the upper part of your arm to hold it in tight. It's going to snug up all those muscles in around your rotator cuff and give you a good place of stability. Let's do each leg 2 more times. Okay, lifting, out, kick through, come back to star, and down, right arm, left leg, out, star, through, back to star, down, left arm, right leg, star, kick through, back to star, and down. Last time, right? Star, through, back to star, and down. Beautiful. So our progression was, you need to work on this. Start by just rotating your elbows, the eyes of your elbows to the front, so that we're really focusing on this humeral rotation, outward rotation, snugging everything in, getting everything nice and tight. Second part is lifting, opposite, arm and leg, keeping your spine long. Third part, part 3, is lifting opposite arm and leg, kicking through, coming back. And then the last part of the progression is out in a big star and then kicking through. So that you're working on that independent movement of your torso and your limbs. Let's just give our wrists a little bend forward. Gentle, fingers down. Opposite hand. Fingers down. Fingers up. Palm away from you. Palm is pointing outward. Try not to be distracted by any kittens in the background. All right. Give your wrist a little shake. Come to a centered position. That was on 4 legs. That was balancing on 4 legs, exploring, moving transversely through the planes, independent limb and torso movement. Spine is tall. Bring your chin down. Just breathe and be centered. You're balanced. You're ready to face your new day. You've moved early. I hope you remember to move often. Hope you have a fantastic day and a great weekend. We'll see you back for Momentum Monday.